This was Sir Rod and Lady Z. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about we. In God we trust.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is People to People with Rodney Grimes. Here I am today. I have my beautiful guest, Miss Kimberly. Let me pronounce your last name properly. Hartke?
Hartke.
Hartke. She is a beautiful, beautiful woman that has some beautiful information for us. I am so excited. Let me tell you something. Sometimes, after a while, you just get into these situations where somebody will come up with something that's fantastic, something that's amazing, something that's unbelievable. But then when you start to get into it, you be like, this is a blessing in disguise. Miss Kimberly is a blessing in disguise. She is a young lady who's doing some fantastic things, giving out some fantastic information. I want to say thank you for coming and joining us today. How are you doing today?
It's my pleasure to be here, and thank you for inviting me.
I am so excited. First of all, I'm gonna kind of loosen up a little bit because I get so excited every time I go on air, and especially when I'm talking about something that's really going to help people. So, first of all, I want to tell you thank you for the support that you showed at the networking event where we got introduced, and then for you to be kind enough to introduce us to this X39 patch. That's phenomenal. So just can you tell us a little bit about yourself first and then lead
Sure.
us into this?
My husband and I had health issues about 20 years ago that we resolved through diet and exercise. He had high blood pressure. I had knee pain. And my husband said, you are not going to be in your wheelchair and you're going to figure this out. So we started delving in, doing some research, and, through diet and exercise, we kind of corrected course. So that sent us on a path of alternative health and self-help wellness. And today I've ended up representing a brand new product. Well, it's 2 years old. From an 18-year-old company, LifeWave, that activates stem cells. Mm-hmm. It's a wearable patch that uses light and heat coming off of your body to make changes inside your body to get it to start acting younger again. And I got very excited when I first heard about it, and happy to be able to share it with other people. I do think it has life-changing implications for many people.
As myself, I had the opportunity to have an experience with it. And I believe in mind over matter. I believe anything that you put your mind to, you can make it come to life. After being able to sit down and learn a lot about the patch that day at the gathering that you invited us to, and then for me to experience it, I was blown away. Now, I'm not a magician to trick myself into believing anything. I like to deal with facts. But when those patches were put on my back, where the pain was, I was immediately, it was like seconds that I found myself that I was like, hey, something's going on. And I whispered in my wife's ear and I said, something's going on because I'm not feeling what I was feeling before they put this patch on me. And then once we were talking, with the young lady that came in to orchestrate the event, I started to really just realizing I really was feeling better. So if I had to say at that moment, those patches were working. So now, do you wear the patches every day or how do they work? Let's tell the people how they work a little bit.
Well, let me show you what one looks like, first of all. That might be the best way to start. It looks like a little Band-Aid. It's got adhesive medical grade adhesive. It's non-allergenic, and you just stick it on the back of your neck or below your belly button or any area of concern. If your wrist is bothering you, you would stick it on your wrist. You wear it for 12 hours during the day and take it off for 12 hours at night. At nighttime, your body needs to rest, and that's the repair cycle. That's when your body would naturally be repairing and mending itself. I do wear it every day, except for a day where I wear it too long, like if I forget to take it off at night, then I'll skip a day.
Okay.
And sometimes I forget to put it on altogether, and I don't sweat that. I just go and put it on the next morning. So my husband's much more religious or consistent than I am because he doesn't have as much on his mind. He gets up and he dutifully puts on his patches in the morning and takes them off at night. But
and honestly, this was something that, because y'all were kind enough to give us some to try, and me and my wife was using them, and we used them for a week. And my wife was blowing me because she was like, "You know what, Rodney? I'm putting this patch on my knee, and while she had the patch on, she wasn't hurting." And so we knew that it was doing something.
Right.
And that was the real amazing thing, that we were really looking for this, say, okay, but we were seeing changes. And I kind of like, with me, after like the third day, I started feeling like something was going on. I just felt my body was trying to tell me something, and it wasn't negative. It was telling me, okay, we might can do this, So I just started doing what was recommended, 12 on and 12 off.
Right. The inventor of this patch is a man by the name of David Schmidt, and he is an inventor. He's got many patents, many clinical studies on all of the patches that he's put out into the world. This is our 12th patch. No, this is our 11th patch, and we now have a 12th patch, which is also a different stem cell activation patch. But he says that 30% of our body's energy is from the sun. And when you go to the beach and you're sitting on the beach and you're letting those sun's rays just permeate your skin, how good you feel, how healthy you feel. It's because your body's, in essence, recharging. Your body loves that attention from the sun. So we're basically beings of light and energy, and all these patches do is signal your body to produce more cellular energy, and in the case of this patch, it elevates your copper peptides, GHK copper peptides, which in turn tell your stem cells to wake up and start acting young again, start mobilizing, going around the body, looking for things to fix, replacing old dead tissue, old dead cells, old dead blood, So it'll help your organs, your muscles, your nerves, everything in your body can be helped by pluripotent stem cells, which is what this patch activates.
Actually, and what we did, like many people would do, they would probably want to do some research. Me and my wife did just that. And we were surprised how many testimonies that we were able to see that they were really saying, this works. I also had the opportunity to sit in on one of the programs where it was several people giving testimonies as well. And I was just amazed at some of the things that they were telling us, how the patch has really helped them we was talking about scars that they had was starting to fade. They was just feeling a little more vibrant. And I remember some of the testimonies that I heard at the event as well. I was like really impressed, because sometimes you would think people be fabricating stuff, right? And this is me. I'm a person that I deal with truth, but some things people just don't play with. And I heard some testimonies in there that I knew that these individuals weren't playing with their health. They were speaking truth. And the other important thing is that what I like about the patch is not chemically induced.
Right. There's nothing that goes into your body except for your own body's light and heat just being reflected back in. But what the inventor has done, it's a little crystal lattice that he's created inside the patch that reflects only certain portions of the light spectrum back in, because he's trying to trigger a certain biochemical response in the body. So it took him 10 years to develop this patch, and a lot of money went into it, and he's also tested its value, tested its efficacy with clinical research. So he was able to get a 20-year patent. I believe it's a global patent, and this patch is available for sale now in 80 countries around the world. This patch took his company from 30 million in sales a year to close to 300 million in sales at the close of last year. And he's one of the top 1,000 fastest growing companies, privately owned companies in America.
Can you only imagine what this patch is going to do, especially coming out of this pandemic? Do you know how many people are going to be able to really feel more comfortable? Because everybody we went through this thing where, they're giving shots and doing this, and we don't know what people put in our body, when you're taking pills and so forth and so on. But when you can have something that helps recreate what God created, helps stimulate what God stimulated in our bodies to do what it's supposed to naturally do, that's amazing. And that's what I like about that patch.
Right. It's non-toxic, non-invasive, very safe, very gentle. There are people that are overly sensitive to it. They just wear it less time a day, or they use one of our other 11 patches to accomplish their health goals.
And that's the other thing that I wanted to bring up. So we got, actually, I said we. I'm letting y'all know that I'm getting on board. I'm trying to tell y'all this, but so you have several different patches for different things that actually target. Because the one patch, you remember when I tried it with the pain, right? So we had the this is the X39.
This is the X39, but the patches that help eliminate your back pain in seconds was the Ice Wave patches.
Let me tell you, I'm telling you right now. Either somebody must have threw some magic on me, or that thing was working. And I'm telling you, I was so tickled because as soon as you put it on, I was like, and it didn't take long. I mean, I probably stood there. We was talking and chatting for about 5 minutes, and then I remember you asked me and said, "How you feel?" And I was like, and I think when I was talking, it had already started, so it kind of slipped my mind immediately. And then when I sat down in the chair, stood back up, I sat back down, and I was like, oh. But this was the fantastic part, is when I got home. So my wife and we were very busy. And I started moving around, and I found myself, I was running up the steps.
And you don't normally do that.
And I don't normally do that. So I said, Zena, I'm telling you, something is going on. I said, I done ran up the steps 3 times already. And normally I couldn't do that. So I kept the patch on. And then as we start to do more research on it, then I realized that it's better to do it during the daytime and not at night. So you give your body a chance to do what it's naturally going to do.
Right.
And so when I started following the rhythm, I was like, this is something. This is amazing.
I tell people the Ice Wave works at the speed of light because it's using light to heal.
And that's what we got to do, is we got to go back to doing natural healing. There's a lot of individuals out there who have tried to emulate this. Now, some people going to go in there, and I just wanted to let y'all know, I first of all, I appreciate Ms. Kimberly coming on the program to share this information, because it's going to help many, many people. Be careful when you go on, because I saw some areas where they was giving out false information. You got to know exactly what you're looking for. This is a professional. It's been already tested. We have so many individuals that can say and share their experience by using the patch. Now,
Right.
some of those ones that they tried to put out there, some people get a little confused. But it's the X39.
Right.
Life Wave.
And the products are in the general wellness category. They have been reviewed by the FDA. They're FDA compliant. I think the FDA has reviewed the company and the products more than once. And so they are legitimate. They're sold in Europe by many doctors. In America, we have many health practitioners, such as chiropractors, massage therapists, even spas and salons are selling them because they have the opportunity to meet with a lot of people and hear about a lot of needs that people have for healing or health, better health. And I heard a story about this one nail salon that while people are getting their pedicure, they put a patch on them. By the time they leave the store, they want to order a whole month's supply. They had so much result from just a few hours wearing it.
Actually, also in some of the information that I was seeking, it's athletes that use them as well. Mm-hmm. And that was something else that I realized, that a lot of athletes was using them to help.
Yes. And we have an athlete testimony I'd like to share. A fellow named Xavier, a former basketball player and now a basketball coach. He has shared just amazing results. So if we could play that tape, I'd like to.
Okay. Okay, we're going
to play that in 5 minutes.
In about 5 minutes. As you know, here, what we do, we kind of like, we get the technical things and make them move when they want to move. No, I'm just joking. No, actually, I'm excited about this X39 for everybody that's just joining in. This is People to People with Rodney Grimes. My guest today is Miss Kimberly Hartke. She is an amazing woman who cares about people. She's not a doctor. She's just someone who found something amazing and is not being selfish with it. And there's many other people like her. I had an opportunity to listen to some of them and listen to some of the testimonies and some of the people who got involved. Mm-hmm. Again, this was a real powerful surprise for me, because some of the changes that my body is going through, I want to do something natural. I don't want to be taking pills that's going to have me waking up and groggy and stuff like that. So
this is a sleeve of X39. This is a 30-day supply. There's 30 patches in here, since you wear them 12 hours a day and dispose of them at the end. This is the way we recommend you buy it by the month.
Okay.
You can also sign up and get 3-month, 6-month, 12-month supply, depending on your financial ability. If the more patches you buy at one time, obviously, the less each sleeve costs. So,
okay, can we run that video?
Yes, let's run the athlete testimony.
Previously, before wearing the patches, I had run a 5K. And my knees were an issue in completing that 5K. I completed the race, but my knees were just killing me. And at the age of 57, I felt like, okay, I'm not going to run anymore if my knees are hurting. But after wearing the patches for a couple of days, I started to feel that pain just kind of go away. And then by day 5, there was no pain at all. And that really caught my attention, because it went away gradually, and I noticed that in my workouts, I was running on the treadmill, running outside again, and there was absolutely no pain. So 10 days went by, no pain, 15 days, no pain, and here I am in the month of January 2022, and still no pain. So obviously, the patches work. And the other result that I got.
Okay, he had so many good results. We're not going to go into them all, but I did want to share with you that one little clip, because it was very dramatic. He thought he would never run again, and now he's able to run. The other thing is, he was doing basketball clinics for young athletes and had to stop that business. He was losing income because he could no longer perform the physical moves to show the young men how to play. So this patch gave him part of his livelihood back. And, how can you put a price tag on that?
I tell you, that's something that is so amazing with that. So I'm just saying, for everyone who's tuning in, let me tell you something. This is something that you really want to check into. If you're having problems, my wife actually used one of the patches on her knee, and I was able to see her walk around without any pain. And I was like, this is amazing. You know, sometimes you kind of put it in your mind and you be thinking, oh, this can't work, not this little tiny patch, but it does. And it's just phenomenal that you can use it for all different things. So it's not just for pain, it's for repairing different things in your body.
Better sleep, mental clarity, better sports performance, more energy and vitality. Some people are already high energy, but they find that they really can perform not only physically better, but mentally better. And, then people that are on the patches and they experience an injury, they're getting amazing rapid wound healing, even bones knitting together faster than the doctors, believe can happen. There's one lady, she fractured her wrist, and the doctors say, somebody at your age, it shouldn't be knitted back together in 5 days, So it really is a powerful thing.
That's something. So, and there's no age limit when it comes to this, right?
Well, there might be instances where you'd use them on younger children, but the patches are most beneficial for people over the age of 35 and really beneficial over the age of 60. We have 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds, even 90-year-olds getting terrific benefits from it. Because young people have the stem cell activity, unless they've somehow been damaged and need help. So you'd have to consult with a doctor for using on a very young person.
And also, I heard some of the people who said that after they use the patch, they even use it on their animals.
Yes.
and I heard that wasn't. We also heard that also when we was doing some investigating. They was like, yeah, they're taking the patch instead of just throwing it away. They have actually used it.
They put it in the dog bed, and the dog lays on it, or the dog's collar. There's one dog that at the end of every day, he lays his head on his owner's lap to try to get the patch from her. He knows it's time for her to take hers off. So even the used patches will help your pets get better eyesight, get more vim and vigor. Old dogs that are kind of limping along, all of a sudden are acting like puppies again, jumping all around, jumping on the furniture, lots of energy. So they work on probably any mammal, and we actually do have a product for horses specifically that's similar to Ice Wave that helps horses that are dealing with a pain condition.
That is amazing. Mm-hmm. That is amazing. So this doctor, he's been around and he's been testing this for a while, and now
about 20 years.
About 20 years, and that's something again that's amazing. That a lot of people will say, "Well, why we haven't been hearing about this?" Okay, let's understand something. When you go to the doctor, you know what's happening. My mom, God bless her soul, my mother will be 90 years old this Thursday, right? And my mother takes a lot of pills, okay? That bothers me. That's something that I don't want to do. And when hearing about this patch got me excited, because it'll be something like this will help me to move into my later years and not have to be consuming all these medicines that kind of cover up. I'm not saying medicine not to take your medicine. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you that you want to do something that's going to help heal you naturally.
Well, and it's not only medicine. A lot of older people are heavily into nutritional supplements. I was at an older lady's house, and she opened 2 drawers chock full of supplements, and they were deep drawers. And I'm thinking, does she ever have room for food in her tummy with all those pills she's taking? That to me is a worry as well.
Yeah.
Just,
And see, you don't have to, that's one of the things when you put the patch on, it's not, now, I did remember that it was also recommended that you drink a lot of water.
Yes, because the patches are based on the concept that our bodies are electrical, that the signals that our brain sends to our arm or our foot, it's an electrical signal, and water conducts electricity. And since these patches are signaling the body to take actions and do things, we need to have that conductivity going on. Okay. So it's they recommend as much water as you can, up to half your body weight.
Which is a good healthy thing for you too as well.
Right. And some people actually add an electrolyte powder, which has a little salt and a little, similar to what you have in Gatorade, except without the sugar. So you can add a little electrolyte powder or a little mineral supplement to the water. And, but yeah, it's very important to have well hydrated.
Okay. Do we have some questions already?
Yes. Angela Gomez wants to know, where can we get them? Need for my shoulder.
Well, what should I tell her to call me or?
Yes. You can,
Okay.
You can tell her.
My cell phone number is 703-675-5557. Angela, I'd love to talk to you tomorrow. If you could call me first thing in the morning, and we can get you a set of patches.
And so also for everyone who wants to call in, the number here is 703-752-6120, 703-752-6120. Let me tell you, you would definitely want to be able to call in and ask Miss Kimberly questions. She will be able to give you some serious information on how to be able to purchase the patches, how they work, and just how many testimonies she's had the opportunity to experience as well. That was something else that I really enjoyed at the networking event when we was invited to your location, and everybody was speaking about how it already experienced them. Let's see, we got a caller. Hello, caller.
Oh, no.
Did we lose him?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh. Call
Caller,
back.
please call back. I think, let me tell y'all something. I'm putting patches on everybody today. We get ready to get some patches going. No, I'm just telling you, God is good. I'm telling you, this is an amazing product that I'm really excited about. It's the X39 LifeWave patch. We have Miss Kimberly here. She's able to tell us about this. And this is something that, a lot of people, I'll be 62 coming up, and I'm looking to really rejuvenate my body. And I want to do it with more on a natural note than anything. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm really excited about. Again, when I was able to experience that and that pain went away that quickly, I was just really surprised. Excuse me. The other thing that got me was my wife put it on the same day, and her pain went away. So I know we weren't.
It wasn't psychosomatic.
Exactly. There's no way that both of us at the same time were saying, hey, I don't feel it.
Well, I want to tell you, a week after you were ice waved on your back, I was at a church social, and one of the young women, her name happened to be Angela, asked for prayer for healing. And she got up there, and they prayed for everything about her but healing. And I'm thinking, when are they going to pray for healing? That's what she wanted prayer for. When they mentioned her feet and her back, she started breaking down. I mean, she started just sobbing. So I went up to her afterwards, and I said, I'm in this business. I have this product. I'd like to try it on you. Would you be willing? And she's immediately pulling up her shirt. I said, no, I'm just going to put it on the outside of your shirt. She says, it works on the outside of my clothes? I said, yes. So we did. I said, where is the pain? She goes, right in the small of my back, right on my spine. So I put the tan patch there. And I said, where's the pain radiating to? And she said, right up my spine. So I put the white patch up here, about, I would say, 10 inches above. And I had her do what you did. I had her sit down and stand back up. And I said, how does the pain feel now? She goes, I don't feel it. I said, are you sure you don't feel it? It's gone. So that made a believer out of me, because I physically did it. You got patched by another gal at that meeting, and I wasn't even right next to you.
Right.
So,
yeah, we got a caller calling in. So, actually, when the patch was put on me, I was really surprised how fast it worked. And I was like, okay, this is something amazing that I know is going to happen. We have a caller? Okay.
Ma'am, hold on. I'm going to put you on the air. Hold on.
Hello, caller. Can you please state your name and where you're calling from?
This is Nancy Cook from Annapolis, Maryland.
Hello. How you doing, Miss Nancy?
Hi, Rodney.
How you doing? I'm so excited to hear your voice.
I know. Well, Kimberly told me she was going to be on, so I wanted to call and give my testimonial if you want me to.
I would love to hear it.
Oh, great. Do you want me to give it now?
Yes, please.
Okay, I just wanted to share with everybody that when I first started using the patches, my right knee was just giving me just terrible, terrible pain going up and down stairs. And so I put the patch, right on my knee, and, the next day it was still there, and I was going, darn it, I want this pain gone. And then I kept wearing it day after day after day, only to realize that my shoulder, my rotator cuff from a fall on the ice actually had healed, and the ringing in my left ear had healed the next week. And it wasn't until 3 weeks in that my right knee pain disappeared and my knee was healed. So I just wanted to urge everybody that everybody's body is different, and you have to be very, very patient, because sometimes your body will go somewhere else and work on something more important than what you think it should work on. So everybody be patient, but wear these patches. They will do amazing things for your life.
I'm glad that you brought that up. That patches work different on each individual. So sometimes you got to be patient with it, so that because some people get that instant gratification with the patch, and then sometimes you have to work up and
you do. Some of us are a little older, and it's taken a while for our bodies to start breaking down. So we got to be patient to build them back up again.
That makes a lot of sense.
And
It does.
I do want to say, we can't make any health claims about this product because we're in the wellness category and we're not a medicine. However, the patch helps the body heal itself. The body is doing the work for us, not really the patch per se. I mean, the patch tells the body what to do.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you for calling. We got another caller calling in.
Thank you,
You're
Nance.
welcome. Bye.
Hello, caller. Hello.
You're welcome.
Oh, hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Yes, I'd like to call in for about the LifeWave patches. I have a story I'd like to share.
Okay, and could you turn your knob down with the volume?
Yes, I'd like to call in for about the LifeWave patches. Okay. I have a story I'd like to share. Okay, I'll mute my volume. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, so, okay, go ahead.
Yes, I'd like to call in for about the Okay, someone's talking right now. Can you
turn your volume down on the...
yes.
You get
on the
feedback.
computer?
Getting feedback.
And yes, ma'am, you're live right now from people to people.
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Dawn, and Kimberly introduced me to the LifeWave patches about 5 months ago. And not only is my arthritis pain that I've been suffering from for the last 3 months almost 100% gone. Actually, I've been suffering from that for about 30 years. In the last 5 weeks, basically 95% of that is gone. My sleep is better. My eyebrows are growing in thicker. My hair is growing in. And I've introduced the patches to many people, and the results have been astronomical. And these patches are for people that are interested in healing naturally, that don't want medicines in their body. And it uses this light technology that is just reflects back into your body. And we're using our own stem cells, our own light to create and reactivate stem cells, which, who doesn't want that? So I can't imagine not being on these patches really, for the rest of my life because my energy is just through the roof. My workouts are better, et cetera, et cetera. I can just go on and on and on about all the things that it's done for me and all the people that I've introduced them to. But I do want to say that I have 3 college athletes, and all of their performances have been better. My track guy has PR'd. He's 20 over and over and over again since being on the X39. My basketball player, I have a girl basketball player that's freshman in college, and she pretty much earned her starting position halfway through the season after being on the patches for a couple of months. And I have a high school basketball player high school basketball and lacrosse player who went from JV to varsity in the middle of being on the X49, X39 patches for lacrosse. So I have so many stories that I want to tell, but these patches, everyone should just try them, even if it's just for a couple of months. So thanks for listening to me. My name is Dawn, and my boyfriend Xavier would also love to tell his testimony, and he was the one on the screen a few minutes ago. So I'd like him to just talk for 1 second.
Oh, go ahead.
Welcome, Xavier.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
how you doing?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. So, can you tell me a little bit about your experience with the patch?
Oh, yeah. Dawn Griffith introduced me to the patches back in November of 2021, and we were running a marathon, not a marathon, I'm sorry, a 5K, and I had never run a 5K before, so I think you heard in my testimony I had some knee pain, and the knee pain was just excruciating after running the 5K, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to run again. So once we were patched and wearing the patches, in about 5 days, the pain went away, and it never returned. So all of my workouts got better. I started using the X49 a little bit later in late December, and once I added the X49 with the X39, the workouts got longer, they got better, I could lift more, and I started to see a physical change in my body. And I'm 57 years old, I'll be 58 in a couple of days, and I have people at the gym now asking me, what are you doing to work out? Because my body has physically changed. I lost an additional 15 pounds in between that time I started the patches, went on the X49 in January. I lost about 15 more pounds. So it's been pretty amazing for me. And also I've been on blood pressure medication since I was in my early 30s. And I'm completely off the blood pressure medication now. And I had a nurse check my blood pressure a couple of days ago. And as you said, my blood pressure was that almost of a 20-year-old.
That's
so
amazing.
It's been amazing for me.
Wow.
I mean, I'm loving these testimonies. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much for sharing.
And thank you,
All right,
Xavier.
thank you.
And thank you, Dawn. It's so gratifying to be able to touch somebody's life in this way.
No, I mean,
Hi there.
What really, really excites me at this point is that it's
Hello,
nothing
hi,
that
this
you
is Dawn.
have
Are we
to-
all done?
to eat or ingest, and so I'm excited about that, and that's what makes it so amazing. The other thing is that it repairs, so it's not so much that you're going to have to worry for the rest of your life. You just do it because it's different levels and different things that you can do and concentrate on. So
Right.
if once the pain is gone away, and you start to building up and you're able to get yourself back energized, then you can actually get the other patch, because I heard him say the X49.
Right. That is a stem cell activation patch that elevates your AHK copper peptide. It's a different copper peptide based on the peptide alanine, I think it is, and it focuses. Those stem cells focus on the repair of muscles and the building of muscles. So even 70-year-old men in the clinical trials were getting massive, muscle development, even, just in a few weeks' time. So the inventor has said that these two patches are just the beginning of what can be done in the realm of stem cell activation. So it remains to be seen what other peptides affect stem cells and what other stem cell activity can be targeted in the future. It's kind of exciting to think about.
It really is. Actually, we're getting to a point where when we have something like this, that we don't have to worry about being I had this experience with my mom, watching her take all these pills and things of that nature. And then, see, the good thing about the patch, okay, when you can stop using it when you want to. You can put it back on when you want to. It's a process that you don't have to do every day. It's not like that you're going to become addicted to having to wear the patch.
Right. And there's some medications that warn you, talk to your doctor before you go off this. And it's because this is a very gentle, safe way of self-help, there's no concerns about that.
Right. I'm not going to promote anything else, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you one reason why I believe in this patch. I remember a while ago, it was another type of patch that I had two different experiences where it was natural, right? Similar to this. And I put the patch on the bottom of my foot. And when I woke up in the morning, I just felt so much better. This was something else, right? But then I realized that natural healing still exists. You know what I mean? So a lot of us get caught up in when we're talking about what we seeing advertised, where you can take this for this problem, you can take this, but this right here is talking about building from the inside of you. This is something that's natural. The main thing that you have to worry about is some water, and that's what's phenomenal about this. You don't have to worry about going and getting those shots and things of that nature. And you can watch the process of it. Again, I had the opportunity to experience it. And also my wife, and I realized something. I said, you know what? This is amazing, because when the patches were put on me, again, I found myself that I forgot that I had the pain. And then I ran up steps, and then I don't know what she asked me to do, and I found myself, and I ran back upstairs, and when I got up at the top, I was like, oh, wait. Normally, I had to hold on to the arm rail to go up.
Right.
And I yelled, I said, I'm sorry, but I think these things are working. And then that's when she started laughing, and she said to me, guess what? I don't feel no pain in my knee. I said, well, it can't be both of us.
Well,
so
we have 2,000 recorded testimonies, so we're adding more every week about this patch, because people all over the world are trying it and using it regularly now. One of my friends went into a doctor in Texas, and he whipped out the ice wave patches for her bum knee. She had just hurt her knee running. And she goes, where did you get those? My friend sells those. And he said, oh, doctors all over Europe use these. They just don't know about them in the United States. But doctors all over Europe are using these in their clinic. And he was some kind of an orthopedic medical doctor.
Yeah, I really can see this really taking off. The problem is a lot of people, and I shouldn't say a lot of people don't know about it, because there's a lot of people that do. It's just one of those secrets that's now really getting out, and people are starting to hear about it.
Well, see, it started with the horse patch, people using the horse patch at the rodeo and things like that. And it started with Olympic athletes finding out about it and using it to win races. And so it's been in elite circles, if you will, or perhaps people that happen to know that specific chiropractor in town that implements these patches in his practice. But 9/10 of the chiropractors don't know about them. So it's been a kind of a rarefied thing to be exposed to this. And my job is to introduce it to the Washington metropolitan area and make it a thing here.
Well, you know what?
That's my goal.
Yeah. First of all, Ms. Kimberly, I'm telling you, I am so excited that I have the opportunity to meet you. So every time that I'm having a networking event, I'm going to definitely call you, because I want my friends to be able to get this information. I want them to be able to see for themselves. See, because I know it's like this. A lot of people be like, oh, here goes something else. But it's not, it's like this. If you don't know, you don't know.
Right.
But if you try it, and it's not you got to take anything to ingest it, or, to eat it or something of that nature. It's just to a point where, you can actually see it works. And
Right.
the one that's for the pain, that works immediately.
And if it doesn't work for you, stop using it, and there's no lasting consequences, because the minute you take it off, any activity that it was doing in your body has stopped. Unlike a medicine that might hang around in there, might store in your body for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
And remember, for callers out there, the number is 703-752-6120. 703-752-6120. I have Miss Kimberly
Hartke. And if you have any questions about the patch, I'd be happy to entertain a question or two. I might not know everything, but I'll certainly try to answer questions that I do know the answer
And
to.
the other thing, what I found out too, she had no problem telling me to Google to get the information. I did that. And I'm going to tell you something. The information that I got was phenomenal. Don't be misled. You need to really, really check and listen to the testimony of some of these individuals who already had the experience with using the patch. Again, and I can actually be one that giving my small testimony because I just recently got introduced to it, but I actually saw how it does do something immediately. I was more concerned about, I want to learn a lot more about it because, I'll be 62 in June. And so now my body is starting to really go a different direction.
It's starting to act up.
It is. So I want to get it under control. I want to get it say.
You want to tell it to who's boss.
Yes, that's right. I want another 20 years, at least.
Pain-free years. That's the most important thing.
I'm just really, again, excited that this is something. And, we can give it to almost anybody, and it's not where if you don't like it, you don't have to worry about any side effects.
Right.
That is something good.
And the company does offer a money-back guarantee. If in 30 days you decide it's not for you, send it back to me and I give you your money back. So there's no problem with that.
So how? And because I'm not sure. Have anyone during the COVID time had how did anybody was able to see a difference as far as with the patches? Because it was a lot of people that didn't want to get the shots and they wanted to do things naturally.
I can't really speak to that, but I do know that our business grew exponentially during COVID because people were looking for a sideline business. Maybe they were told to stay home and they were not able to work because they weren't essential. So we were able to easily grow and build our organization and build a network of representatives across the country. So it was a really big asset, actually, to be representing such a product where we're allowed to build an organization. It's a network marketing company. We're allowed to sign up new representatives, train them, equip them, and get them out there making money. So that much I can say. I do know that one of our patches, the glutathione patch, and the X39 as well, are very good for boosting the immune system. The glutathione is something that your body makes that's a master antioxidant, so it's very detoxifying. And so that plus the X39 would be sort of a virus prevention plan.
Yes.
But I can't speak to how many people didn't get the virus because they were on this product. I just don't know.
No. And when I say that, a lot of it is about building your immune system and just helping your body. We got another question over there, Lady Z.
Yes, Rachel Popes wants to know, can these patches work for long-haul COVID people, and can it work with the nerve system?
Yes, we do have patches that work with the neurological system, and offhand, I can't tell you which one, but I can research that for you, Rachel. I would say it's worth a try. We don't really have any testimonies to date, I don't believe. I would have to search our archives to find out. But what have you got to lose? Because long-haul COVID, as we know, is really not fun, and it's got a lot of consequences for your daily life. So I would love for her to call me, and we can do some more research, see if I can get her some more information about it.
Let me tell you, Rachel is a wellness coach. So Rachel, she's a very, very good friend of ours who is into natural healing. So when she asks, I know she'll be giving you a call. So you can tell her how to get in touch with you.
703-675-5557. That's my cell. Leave a message and I'll get back to you, or call me first thing tomorrow morning. Love to talk to you more about it. Meanwhile, I'll do some homework on that. I'll ask some of the other people in the business with me.
Yeah, actually, this is something that I know that once she gets some information, when I first met her over 15 years ago, she did something that really was phenomenal that reminds me of the patch. She put me on this bed and put all these hot rocks on me.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and I didn't want to leave.
I know. I love the massage with those hot lava stones. They're great.
Oh, and it was phenomenal. And so it's quite a few things that she do natural. And she's really, and so am I. I'm known in my family to be an individual who'd like to use natural healing.
Well, and I'm personally very interested in talking to health practitioners that are using holistic modalities, because they can just drop LifeWave into their system and have another whole way of helping people. And it's a wonderful opportunity to get an extra residual income coming into your health practice.
Okay. So this is what I want. I for a moment, I want you to understand something. This is not, Ms. Kimberly's not trying to push this on you. She's not trying to push this on me. She's trying to give you something that's going to help you. But not only is it going to help you to get your body back to wanting to live, but it also can help you financially. If you're an individual who wants to make some extra money, let's not sugarcoat it. If you find something that's helping people stay alive and something that's going to help pay some bills, that's something you want to check into. And I find that to be something that makes people feel good too, when you helping people and getting paid to do it at the same time.
That's right. It's a wonderful thing, because the reward is just in hearing the success stories, much less the money. The money's just gravy on top.
I really, you are a real doll, baby. Me and my wife just fell in love with you. One, you have that spirit of giving. And when you were sharing this information with us, I realized how serious you are about wanting to see people feel better.
I can't stand the thought of people being in pain. I know what it's like. I've struggled with that knee pain way back when, and it was like razor blades cutting into my flesh when I walked up and down stairs. I was begging my husband to move to a Rambler so I wouldn't have to walk stairs anymore. And I was making him carry the laundry. I couldn't do it. And through holistic means, we've gotten 20 years of my life back at least. And now with LifeWave, hopefully I'll get 40 more good years, So we just keep pushing the envelope with our health, and we're not taking unnecessary risks. In fact, as much as I'm into alternative health, I'm very skeptical about most things that come my way. Okay. There's a lot of, fluff out there that I wouldn't touch, because I don't think it has any value.
Right.
So I did my homework, I did my research. The science is there. All the science is posted on my website. It's posted on our information website. Is called startx39.com. All the science is posted there under a button that says Patents in Science. There's also another button that says Reverse Aging with GHK Copper Peptide. Click on that button and you'll see over 500 research papers by the scientists that sort of discovered the power of copper peptide to reverse your age. And his name is Dr. Lauren Picard. He has nothing to do with LifeWave, but our stem cell activation patch is based on the knowledge base that he built. So our inventor is an avid researcher of other people's work, and he just applies their science to solutions for people.
This is amazing. You also have a podcast Zoom going on tonight that people can tune in?
Well, at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have a Zoom call. Yes, where we share 2 testimonies, and they will be success stories from people that have actually used the patch, whether it be a week or a month or 2 years. And it's absolutely phenomenal. Maybe when we close this video, I can put the Zoom code in the chat or something.
Or yeah.
If somebody would like to, if you're wanting to learn more and you want to know it now, we'll invite you to zoom.us, and then we'll put the code, the numeric code, in our chat under this video.
Yes.
Is that the best way to do it? Okay.
Or you can give it to her now. If
I don't have it.
Oh,
well,
okay.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead and pull it up.
Okay,
We're going to get that information, because I really would like for y'all to tune in and be able to hear some of these testimonies and get some more information about it.
That would be awesome.
Let me tell you, this is phenomenal. One of the things that I'm excited about is when I meet individuals like Miss Kimberly, that they are given information that you can do the research. You ready?
Okay. The Zoom, you go to zoom.us, and the Zoom code is 379-717-7845, but don't go there till 9 o'clock sharp.
Okay, 9 o'clock sharp.
It's in the comments.
Okay, it's in the comments.
379-717-7845. Thank you. That's a wonderful opportunity for us to get people on there.
Right. And that way, then some people can listen, or they just get a little brief information.
Right.
But also, what I would like to do is we have people that go and they watch the program, because you can also watch this program on YouTube as well.
Right.
So what I would like for people to be able to do is to be able, if you're really interested and you want to get more information, you'll be able to get in touch with you. You have no problem with them calling you, correct?
Not at all.
What's that number again?
703-675-5557. You can also email me at kim.hartke, Hartke, @gmail.com.
Okay,
Love to
good.
hear from you, and love to help you out. Love to help you get introduced to the products. I know you'll have a lot more questions than we've been able to cover here tonight.
Right.
But I have all kinds of information I can email you or send you. Yeah.
I just really thank you so much. I really appreciate when I meet other individuals who love giving and love helping people. That's just let me know that we still have a purpose to have a smile on our face. You know, a lot of people are suffering, and they're suffering not having a way to do things to better their lives. And this is something that I'm sure that's going. A lot of people and here you are making this available in the DMV area. So a lot of people are going to start really paying close attention to rebuilding their immune systems, getting where they want to feel strong and getting proper rest. And the other thing that I'm excited about, I don't care what you do. When it's something that they tell you that one of the key activations to it is water, come on. You already know that's not something that's being triggered by some chemical reaction. You know what I mean? This is something that is natural healing, because this is what your bodies are made to do. And this being, it works on the stem cells. And it makes them come back alive.
Yeah, stem cells are the seedlings of all the cells in our body. And pluripotent stem cells are the only stem cells that know how to morph into whatever cell we need for repair. Whether it's a blood cell or a liver cell, these pluripotent stem cells are innately intelligent, and they know how to convert into the cell we need at that moment. It's very exciting stuff. And even Tony Robbins has written a book about stem cells. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's the coming thing. And the inventor says light therapy itself, the kind of way he's doing the stem cell activation of your own stem cells, he said light therapy is really what's going to be the wave of the future of health and wellness.
Well, as we know, as we move forth, God has prepared us in many different ways. And what he's done, he's also has given us the knowledge to be able to get these things to help us to do it naturally, so that we don't have to find ourselves running around taking drugs and different things to cover up the problem. We can take things to help repair the problem.
Get to the root of the problem. That's what I like to do.
How
Get
about
to the
that?
root.
I thank you
very
so
much.
thank you so much for coming. You're a doll. I just really appreciate you so much. And
I appreciate the opportunity.
I please promise me you'll come back.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'd love
because
to.
we're going to keep talking about the patch and everything, and let people know that we want to get that information out. So please,
Excellent.
We'll have you come back, and maybe we can bring another individual in with us to be able to be live and tell their testimony as well.
That would be wonderful. Thank you, Rodney.
Not a problem.
And thanks to the audience for listening in. We appreciate you being here.
People to people. It's the People Podcast with Rodney Grimes.
We are live on the air. I love that.
Yeah.
Thank
that's
you. That was fun.
good. Yeah. I tell you.
That was fun.